Well, since that last episode against Jamax, I thought we would be in a much more comfortable position than we are today. We are still top of the league, but Yverdon are right down our necks, and it's going to be a tough race against them for the title. If we do win today against Vildo, we will be 5 points clear going into this crunch period at the moment. So strap yourselves in, it should be a good episode, and roll that title. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 15 of the Liechtenstein Challenge here with Vaduz. We are currently first in the league, only separated 2 points from Yverdon in second place. They are very much on our tails, as I mentioned in the introduction. Currently, after that, we've got Jamax, who are on 52. They are 5 points off Yverdon and 7 points off ourselves. I think they are out of the picture at the moment, but stranger things have happened, and I think they could potentially go on a run. You never know. There's 5 games left. I think it's very unlikely that they will catch us. The main target at the moment is to get a bigger gap away from Yverdon. I think the other teams, Zurich and Schaffhausen, are in the top 5. Grasshopper Zurich do appear to be on a really good run at the moment. So who knows, they might have a say in this title race or in the playoff run, depending on where they finish at the end of the season. But I think those two are a little bit far out now. In terms of the relegation picture, it looks like it's going to be Delamont and Cham. Thun have decided to break away from the relegation fight, but it's been a bit of a disappointing season for them, with them being in the playoffs last year. I'll show you the picture when it comes to the player stats. So Samba are currently on 14 goals, joint top scorer with Appiah. And then in terms of our high performance players, in terms of the player stats, Hulsman is currently on 11 clean sheets there. You can just see by the side of me. But that's the league picture at the moment. I'm just going to go through the games that we had between Jamax and today's game against Vil and show you some of the highlights in that. And then I'll also update you on the youth intake and a pre-contract signing that we've got sorted. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you. So here we have the fixtures for the games between the Jamax and today's game against Vil. It's pretty much a mixed bag apart from the last 3 fixtures that we had there. So after Jamax, we beat Cham at home 2-1, and then 2 back-to-back 0-0 draws, which were really annoying. And then we've not had it easy in terms of results against teams near the bottom of the table. Delamont, a 3-2 win away from home. That was a tricky match, which I'll show you in a more. Yverdon at home, which was a bit of a 6-pointer in a way. It's a little bit different in Switzerland. You can't really say 6-pointer because there's more than you play the teams more than twice. So, but it was like that anyway. And then an away trip to Stade Noir, which was another annoying draw. We also were looking to potentially lose the game against Thun, but a good old Finnish man by the name of Tim Varian saved way in that match. And then Grasshopper Zurich, a really frustrating loss. They seem to have our number no matter what, and I'm so glad that we are not playing them for the rest of this season. And then the 2 last fixtures in the league against Jamax and Cham. Cham was more comfortable than Jamax. I'm going to show you the game against Jamax, or the goal anyway. It was a really frustrating one. And then we had a really comfortable win. As you can see, say comfortable, but it was comfortable against Triesenberg in the Liechtenstein Cup. So after Vil today, we have got Schaffhausen away, which is probably, excluding the Yverdon game, going to be our toughest fixture, I think. And then we have got Vaduz 2 in the Liechtenstein Cup final. I don't know what happens if we lose this game. I don't know if that means no matter what happens here that we get European competition, but I mean who knows. And then after that, we've got Delamont at home, Yverdon away, which could be massive, massive. That might be the game that is on next. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And then we've got Stade Noir. So, in terms of future episode number 16, I'm going to play the remaining games off YouTube. But what will happen is, if we get a game, say for example the Yverdon game, where that is a title decider, if we win that match, we win the league. Then that will be the game that we put on, and then I will do the remaining fixture, Stade Noir offline, and then I'll include that in the video, obviously. But I just wanted to give you that little bit of a quick rundown. I'm just going to go through a couple of games now and show you the highlights, and then we'll get straight into the youth intake. And just before I get into the games, I just wanted to give you a quick update on what's happening in the Super League. So it looks like Servette are currently top of the league, which is great to see. It's nice to see somebody other than young boys doing well, but also Basel seem to have a bit of a resurgence this season, so it looks like it's going to be potentially a free horse race for the Super League. If you don't know about the Super League in Switzerland, I believe it splits in half, and then you get a championship league and a relegation league, and that decides who goes down, who goes into the playoffs, and who wins the league or the European places. It's a little bit similar in terms, a bit like Scotland, where you would have the league would separate, but I think what happens mainly is that you play the teams that are in your group. So the first game we had was a really annoying 2-1 victory, I must say. In terms of annoying, that we were dominating this game, and Christopher Teichmann took the lead for Cham in the 56th minute, and then that faithful man, Emmanuel Samba, he's been banging the goals in all season, scored for us, along with Yannis Lutti in the 87th minute. So as I say, it was a really annoying goal to concede. Danini just puts it in, and it's just a simple header to Teichmann, making it 1-0 to them. Really disappointing. And then we pushed really hard in the second half. Keller, and then it bounces off and goes into Samba. And then in the 87th minute, Hollenstein plays it to Buchel. Demiri, who is one of our young players, and then he plays it into Lutti, making it 2-1, and we get the 3 points, which is what we needed. We also had another annoying fixture away from home to a relegation-threatened side, Delamont, after the Ville and the Schauhausen draws. We did not really do ourselves justice in this game, especially when you look at the scoreline at half-time. It was 2-1 at Delamont, and I was really worried in this game. Theo Golliard opened the scoring for us, and then Justin Roth and David Pefero making it 2-1 in the first half, which had me really angry because, I was worried that we were going to slip up here. Luckily, we got the 3 points thanks to good old Tim Varian. So as I say, we started well. A good goal from Golliard, the assist from Kijaweski. Then I don't really know what happened in the end of the first half. Piferero plays it in a rough, and it's really poor defending there, as you can see. And then a free kick, plays it in, and it's just another poor defensive display from us. Luckily, there was a mistake in the second half, and Tim Varian capitalised on this, and it was a great goal. Bangs it into the bottom corner there. And then a nice little bit of passage of play here, and it's another fantastic goal from Tim Varian. A great assist there from Lacasso. But then after the 2-2 draws from Yverdon and Stade Noir, we entertained Thun at home. 1-3-2 in the end, and our good old friend Fabrizio Kevgan came back to haunt us. It was a good fixture this, and it was nice to get 3 points against Ton. So started off with a Garano goal from Fabio Fur's free kick, and then an annoying goal here. Fabrizio Kevgan just rinses my left hand side, and Garano becomes the villain after being the hero. But we recovered really well. A good cross from Latihi here, and then it plays it into Fabio Fur, who just slots it in with a nice header. And then in the second half, Fabio Fur, it comes off a few players, and then Latihi just slots it in the bottom corner. Unfortunately, though, we couldn't carry on with the good form, and Fabrizio Kevgan scores a nice header there from a great assist as well, I must say, from Sacco, I believe that was. And then the final game of this bunch of fixtures that I just want to show you is the Jamax game. It was a really even game, this, but we were lucky in the end to get the victory, but we deserved it in the end, I think, and we needed it in the end. It was a goal from Gariano as well. I'm going to show you the highlights from this game, but it was a tough match, but in the end, all that matters is we got the 3 points. So Kidrowski with a corner and Gariano with a bullet header in the 90th minute to seal the victory for us. So those are just some of the fixtures that I wanted to show you. I didn't want to show every single match, just the victories mainly. But yeah, we really need a win against Ville today. So hopefully we can get that for you. I'm just going to show you quickly the youth intake and the signing that we've made pre-contract for next season as well. So it wasn't a particularly great intake, and also it's a bit disappointing since we've had a change of head of youth last year that we've had a poor intake here. But hopefully with some more money next season and this season as well, we can improve the facilities because it's not particularly great in that department. The only key players of note that I want to mention are Erud Coronado. Seems like an okay striker, but the only problem with him is that he is fickle. Looks like a decent poacher, but he has a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of his overall stats. I was mainly going to say mental and technical, but there's a lot of poor stats there that he needs to improve. Then we had Tony Stoll. Looks like an okay deep lying playmaker. Nothing fancy about him. I do like his teamwork, work rate, and decisions. Needs to improve his positioning and vision, just general play on the ball. And another poor thing about this guy is he's a mercenary, so potentially if he gets any better, he's going to be wanting to jump clubs. And then the final player from this group that was deemed extremely good was Florian Agafen. Winger, looks okay. Fairly ambitious in terms of his personality trait. Yeah, he's okay. Nothing to scream home about. And just a bit of good news before we get into the Ville game today. Tom Ritzy Hulsman has decided to join us permanently in the summer. He is going to join on the 1st of July. Very happy. He's been very good for us this season, as you can see, and is improving consistently. And the fact that he's 22, 6'9". The only thing that maybe worries me a little bit about the Ritzy man is his injury record. As you can see, been pretty decent so far in the Challenge League. It's probably going to be a bit of a test for him in terms of next season if we do get promoted. But I have every confidence that I'd be fine. As you can see there, he had a 4-month injury, hip injury. That's the only thing that maybe worries me about him. But we'll maybe look at a backup keeper in the summer. I haven't decided on that, but yeah, Hulsman's going to be our keeper going forward. So this is the team we're going to go with today against Ville. It's pretty straightforward. It's probably been our best team all season, par Tim Varian. The only slight change has been really on the bench. So Sanan Ulu, who we signed early in the season, has been doing really well coming off the bench, and he did really well in the Liechtenstein Cup. I know that's not a major um, competition for him to be doing well in, but I mean, he's been coming off the bench and he's been improving, so I think he deserves a slot on the bench. And also, Tobias Feniger has scored his first professional goal for us against Cham last week. Um, so he is getting a slot there instead of No Holenstein. He is the only one that is missing out, and also Julian Keller as well. He's injured, so Isaac gets that position, and Sandro Weiser as well will be on the bench instead of Keller. The rest of the players are in another fixture today, but as you can see, this is pretty much the lineup we're going to go with. We're going to go attacking. I want to win this match because it's crucial to our position in the table. I'm just going to go away, do my opposition instructions as I always like to do. You know that by now. And we'll get straight into the Ville match. Well, welcome back. So, we are here at the game against Ville. As you can see there, our form's been pretty decent. Ville, the masters of draws at the moment, apart from that one defeat you can see there. But as I say, if we win today, we will go 5 points clear just before Yverdon play their match, which will be later in the day, I think, if not mistaken, or it will be tomorrow. So we need to win this match to ensure that we keep that gap going. Anyway, we're going to kick off here, and it looks like it's going to be a chance for Rose. Fabio Fur plays it in. It doesn't lead to anything, unfortunately, though. And it's a good recovery from us there. Right to us. Samba loses it again. That's a bit worrying that he keeps losing the ball in the attacking third there. And Villa just comfortable to pass that ball around. Sorensen plays the long ball up to Paya, but Holzman spots the danger. It's possibly going to be a long ball here. Till Kijueski, Danoon, Lacasso, lovely ball, but oh, Till. Oh, unlucky. Very unlucky. Should have been 1-0 there. Ville getting more chances here. Even game so far, we've had more possession. That's all I can really say at the moment in terms of chances created. One off target for both teams. XG's pretty even. They're playing the diamond formation today, which is a little bit of a formation that I'd like. Delamont beating Stad Nawar at the moment. It looks like they are going to be Lampert, Samba, yes, Latil, or Latihi. I can never get that guy's name right, but an assist from Samba there as well. Good, good ball in from Lampert there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, our young Liechtenstein player. Header down, and Latil puts it in, making it 1-0 to us, which is very good. Or Latihi. I'll be able to figure out how to pronounce these names one day. I think it's Latihi. It's just the I's capital, that's why it's a bit confusing. But yeah, as I was saying, I think Delamont will be. It looks like they're gonna keep fighting for that safety in the league. It looks like it's going to be between them and Cham. But yeah, with regards to us, it's a good start. It's what we needed. Keeper catches that really early from a Fabio Fair corner there, but plays it right back to Segura. He's been really good for us this season. Usually a midfielder, I think, but I forced him out to like wing back, and I think wing back's the right choice for him. Fosso going to be leaving us in the summer, so we're going to need a replacement for him. Lacasso, Kijueski, Samba, Lampert. This is good play from us. Kijueski. Unlucky. It's corner. Kijueski with a corner. I thought that might get on Samba's head. It's played out. It's going all over the place, but it doesn't lead to anything. It looks like we were offside as well anyway. Free kick to Ville. Maya. Sorensen. No funny business here, guys. Knew that would. I had a feeling that was going to be a goal to them. Hulsman should do better there, I think. But then again, who is marking him? Kijueski? Yeah, he should really have done better. But I think Hulsman should really be stopping that from going in. Potential offside here? No, no chance. No chance. We're back to 1-1. I thought they would be... I definitely thought they would be in this game. I didn't expect it to be an easy one. Offsides on there. I think we need to... Yeah, I'm going to go into the... I'm not happy with your performances. Because I'm not. But fairly even in terms of XG now, and shots on target and shots, and possession seems to have come down a little bit for us. I'm still going to keep us on this attacking mentality because I want us to win the game. Castle not having a good game. I might consider going to a 4-2-3-1 here, but we'll see how we get on. Ville are very much on the front foot here. I was going to go to cautious, but let's see what happens with this highlight. Danoon. Kijueski. Samba should really be making that run down the line. He is now. Oh my god, what a goal. Never doubted the man. Never doubt the man. That is a tremendous goal. Tremendous goal. I thought, go down the line, you know, Samba, but he's come on the inside as the inside forward. And that is just... He has been a refreshing good player for us this season. Especially since we signed him last year and he just didn't do the business. He's just on a roll now. 17 goals in all competitions as well. Massive. I'm just going to have a quick look at the substitutes bench. So Samba himself is looking a little bit tired. I'm going to put Fabio Fer to the left. And then we're going to bring on Tim Varian. Latihi is going to go to the right. Lacasso for maybe Isik as well. And that's the only two changes I'm going to make. I might make some changes later in the game depending on the score. But just for him being on a yellow card and we've got bigger games coming up in terms of Schaffhausen and Yverdon away from home, they're important that he remains without suspension, I would say. I'm going to make two more changes as well now. We're going to bring on the Baki. And we're also going to bring on Ulu as well. And that is the only change I'm going to make. I can see that Segura is struggling a little bit, but I would like to keep him on the pitch because of his versatility, let's say. Still pretty even though. I think they'll have been a bit unlucky here. I think maybe one more change now. Gas had to come on at wing back right. He doesn't usually play there, but one more highlight. Hopefully it's in our favour. They're really high, those two strikers, which worries me. Big ball up to Varian. Ulu. Ulu going on a bit of a run here, and that's a great ball to Tim Varian, the Finnish maestro himself. What did I say about Ulu as well? He's been a free signing, and he's been coming off the bench and doing really well for us in certain games. That's a great cross. No chance for anybody to catch it. And Tim Varian knows what to do when it comes to headers. That is a massive goal for us. That is a massive goal for us. I'm going to lower the tempo now. And we're going to go slightly waste the time. Just so that Vil don't get any joy out of that. That is probably one of the biggest wins of the season so far. I know it's Vil, but I mean, if Yverdon were to screw up in the next game, which I will show you, by the way, we'll not end the video there. But if they were to screw up and we have 5 points clear, the run that we're on at the moment, fingers crossed, it could be our year that we get promoted. I'm just going to send my assistant to this match. Ulu set for a pay increase as well. He's been decent this season. I'm not saying there's nothing really great about him, but I mean, for a guy who comes off the bench and crosses a lot of balls in, always as well, I like that natural fitness. That's something that really appeals to me as an FM player. I really like that stat. And then Samba as well, scoring the goal. He's improved massively. The only thing that worries me as well, his fitness is a bit of a concern for me. So I'll keep that in mind going forward with him. But absolutely deserves the player of the match there. So I'm just going to get to the game when Yverdon play, and we'll update you on that. And then I'll just give you a quick rundown of what the next episode's going to be. So here we are at the Yverdon game. They're going to play against Thun. I just wanted to show you this little snippet before we go in terms of updating the title. So I'll be as quick as I can, and hopefully Thun will beat Yverdon. Well, it is a draw, which isn't the worst result in the world for us. It's 4 points still, with 4 games to play, so there's 12 points still left. Also, Grasshopper Zurich have won against Schaufhausen, and Jamax have drawn against Cham. So I think that second place is going to be very interesting, especially if Grasshopper Zurich win their next game, and if Yverdon don't start picking up wins, they're going to need to look over their shoulder themselves in terms of that playoff. At the moment, I'm just going to have a quick look to see who would be in that playoff. It looks like it's going to be Zurich, but I wouldn't write off Sion as well, or Aru. It looks like the other clubs are way further ahead of those 3 teams. But yeah, that's a promising result for us. We can build on that. Like I say, pretty much everyone. We've got Schaufhausen next, and then Vaduz too. Whenever the game comes around that we might win the title, that will be the next video. I'm hoping it's possibly going to be. I was hoping it might be Delamont or Yverdon, but it could still be Stade Noir. I'll obviously show you the highlights from the Vaduz 2 game as well, with that being the final in the Liechtenstein Cup. But yeah, pretty much what will happen now is I'm going to go away, and then in the next episode, you will hopefully see us lifting the title. If not, we'll be in the playoffs again, which I have bad experiences from playoffs this season, remember? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode today. Good win against Vil. A little bit of a tricky game, but in the end, 3 points is all that matters. And yeah, I will be recording the next episode soon. So whenever the fixture comes up that we could potentially win the league, hopefully you will see that on the channel next. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated and it does help me out. But yeah, I will see you next time, and hopefully we will have more than one trophy to show you, huh? That would be nice. But take it easy, stay safe. Bye, everyone.